Right, and we are back live again. So, welcome back to part 2 of us playing A Plague Tale Innocence, now with improved audio with less scratchiness.
There's a little mute button there. What does that mean?
No, that means like we're actually muted, so we're looking at our own preview of our own window right there. So yeah, like we don't have to look at ourselves. Basically, is the idea.
Oh, that's for the best.
Yeah. So we'll continue on. We replaced our $200 audio interface with a really fancy mic with a Yeti because somehow USB mics work better. Leave that to the logic on there. So we're on chapter 2, The Strangers. Misha and her young brother, Hugo, lost the entire family during an attack by the French Inquisition, which lesser known than the Spanish Inquisition. And now we are going to find a healer who also is going to look after our little brother there because he suffers from some sort of crazy disease that may or may not be the Black Death. And also turned on...
I don't think it's the Black Death because it seems hereditary or something like a
yeah,
genetic
I mean,
thing that he's had since.
Yeah, you would assume that it was not because... Yeah,
why is he covered in blood?
Well, I mean, we did just see a lot of, a bunch of people dying right there and stuff. So, I mean, it makes sense to me. I will say the one thing that I did notice a little while ago that I was thinking about earlier today is the least...
We're going to have to turn it off ourselves.
The least likely thing that I've seen this entire game so far is they fell off the top of the cliff up there, landed in the water, and didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't think about it, but most people in the Middle Ages didn't know how to swim.
No.
Very, very uncommon, especially in central France. There's a lot of stories of like someone would fall in a river, and then someone would jump in to try and catch them, and somebody is that Driftwood?
Apparently, can you get it?
Can you swim? That is Driftwood. I assume we can't swim. They're not going to let me swim again. But I mean, I have never seen Driftwood in a game before.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I don't know why that's as interesting to me as it is, but
are we gonna watch it? Are we gonna watch? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like floating down the river. What's the physics attached to it?
Following it? Are we?
I am. I've never seen Driftwood in a game before. It's so weird. Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
There's a game designer somewhere out there that's
that had to animate that.
No, he's so happy that you were that guy.
His Driftwood.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. Anyway, yeah, but we also saw pig testicles yesterday. Someone had to sit down and model that as well. There's a lot of love and detail going on to this game, and very random places, just all over the place. It looks like we're coming up in a major city with some sort of monastery up on the hill there. Yeah, I was an archaeologist before. I basically started out doing archaeology back in the day and switched over to doing video because there's no money in archaeology at all unless you want to live out the back of your truck and then move around like a migrant for years.
Yeah, I think that's underappreciated in the field is that you spend 3 to 6 months of your life out in the desert with nothing to do but drink.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the second highest rate of alcoholism of any profession.
Excuse me, please wait, madam.
God, this is a lovely city.
They look scared.
Those timber hewn houses like that, there's so few examples of those left in the world. You don't think about that in medieval movies, but that's one of the reasons they have to film in places like Poland and stuff like that, because nearly all these places were torn down as time went on, or burned down as well.
Excuse me, I'm the daughter of Lord Robert de Rune. We were attacked, we need help.
By the French Inquisition. Was there a French Inquisition? I mean, it sounds dumb to say that, but I don't really remember a French Inquisition.
I think that the Inquisition is kind of an international phenomenon that we have retroactively
just made
given
Spanish
solidarity to. Well, yeah, but we've nationalized it and made it appear more modern.
Yeah, I know that there was always an Inquisition arm of the Catholic Church. Like they would send people out to investigate. Jeez Louise.
They're hiding.
Yeah, they are. They're like slamming doors on us. God, look at these. This is such a lovely, detailed village. Like I love that the streets are muddy but occupied. There's food everywhere. I mean, especially for something that's a linear game, you're supposed to just run right through this. You don't really stop to appreciate it. But man, alive.
That's why we have you.
Yeah, well
you are that guy.
I can appreciate the fact that someone took this time to create a lived-in medieval village. I mean, too often in games like this, they just look so sparkly and new. But this one looks like someone legitimately lived in it previously.
Wow. Oh, okay. Okay, now you can start taking it personally.
It is slam you. The doors. Yeah, it's definitely you at that point. I don't know, but I want some rocks. I know that in this game you need rocks because it comes up.
What has got into you all?
I don't like this place.
It's a legitimate reason there, kid. So, like...
So they modeled this entire village just so you can't
Is it
interact
so?
with it
Don't
at
touch it,
all.
Hugo.
You know what that
Leave it
is? The
alone.
ultimate insult.
Can't be interacted with. Well, I mean, I assume we're going to higher ground right here. The game actually doesn't hold your hand in an interesting sort of way.
You know, I just realized how hard it is to remember. What were we
Come
saying?
back here.
Oh, I
If
think the
there
guy
is
was
a secret
surprised
in
about
these
the
houses,
pig
don't touch
testicles.
anything.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
We're not allowed to go outside.
It's more serious than that. It means that we could catch their illness, so stop running around.
Yeah, so early quarantine, you know, obviously in the news right now, people are talking about quarantine, and that's how you know not to go inside those big white X's. You know, it's not coincidental that,
There was a fire here.
They burned all the furniture.
yeah, they burn all the furniture, burn all the clothing, anything found inside. If you caught the plague, they would afterwards drag out and dispose of. Man alive. People don't realize just how bad the Black Death was. I mean, anywhere from 25 to 30, possibly even 50% of the entire population of Europe, entire villages wiped out.
I can smell something cooking.
Oh, the Driftwood. Oh, yeah. Man, I mean, but have you seen Driftwood anywhere else, though? Like, I was thinking about it. Like, I can't think of a game where there was Driftwood. Uh-oh. They're about to burn a witch.
Good lord.
Oh, nope, already happened. Wow. We're taking this slow. Oh,
we're gonna
that was
burn
kind of
it.
a nice shot.
Yeah.
I'm begging you, go get help.
Way to, like, give away our position.
Here's the rest of them.
What? No, wait, we're just looking for someone.
And you found him. It's your damn music what brought them out, huh?
What?
Those dirty vermin that invaded our church. That filth would attack our children in their beds and gave them the black thing. But now you found Conrad Malfort. And I'm telling you, this is the last village you'll infect.
They think she's the Pied Piper, basically?
Seems like.
Yeah, so somehow... Okay, this is just a run situation? I don't see a way of fighting a Jai with a giant mace.
Yeah, I think this is our second random turn. Like, why? Just why? And then the mom dying, it's like, just why?
Yeah, that was just bad. Okay,
Because
go
plot
this way.
needed it.
Yeah, I guess.
Get inside, quickly.
Okay, come on, kid. Come on, shut the door.
All is quiet.
Grab some rocks? Is that a bag of rocks?
We already maxed out on rocks.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really going to help us in this situation.
Well, I mean, if I hit him in the head with a rock, it'll help. There's not enough hitting people in the head with rocks in this game. Okay. Don't do that again. He didn't like that, so I gotta do the thing where I distract him. Which, okay, let's see if we can, like... Oh, yeah, we'll, like, pink the pans again. So he'll go down there, he'll look at the pans, and we'll sneak by him and not stab him from behind in the kidney.
Oh, you need a knife. There has to be a knife in this room.
I mean, she doesn't... I mean, look at this. Nothing about her says, I knife people in the back with kidneys and shank them to leave out and bleed out in their own urine, but...
Those braids are pretty antisocial.
Social braiding, yeah.
That's it. Almost.
We showed him.
Oh, construction. I love this construction. So you got the worked stone and stuff like that, which would have been the nearby quarry. I mean, people don't think about the fact that these villages changed over time, that, you know, they weren't like a constant feature. They were constantly being rebuilt, redesigned over hundreds of years. You know, there's no just medieval looking, I gotta run. The game doesn't really give me a lot of time to stop and admire the medieval scenery.
Oh, we've had the time, and we've done the admiring, and I'm happy about that.
Okay. Come on, get him over.
Let's hope these people cannot climb.
Sort of Resident Evil-esque in a way. Like, you're just like, everything's cool, then it's like, run.
Why are they doing that?
They think we have brought evil with us. We have to find a way out of here.
I agree. You gotta find a way out of here. Okay, we got rocks. Now I'm looking for something to climb up with. That way? No. Oh, okay. I'm feeling a puzzle sequence. A really, really easy puzzle sequence.
Let's push
Oh,
it.
they're holding your hand. This
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah. This is not an opportunity to really make it difficult for us, I suppose.
Nobody is gonna enjoy this.
Oh, this is
if
a
you start-
tanner's hut. This is tanning.
Good. We can
Oh,
climb
okay,
onto it
that's
now.
fun. So yeah, these hides that are being tanned right here, which have just been fleeced and are rotting away right there. Actually, they stretch them out, they scrape all the meat off the back, and they drop it into the vat of tannin, which the reason it looks like poop is because it is poop. They actually use dog feces to tan hides back in the day. And because of that, everybody, even in a medieval village, was like, tanners are basically dirty, horrible people and should never be allowed outside of their house because everything smelled terrible. Because even in the medieval era, people were like, dog poop stinks.
So it's kind of the opposite of what we learned about with dairymaids. Where if you're a dairymaid, you always have to maintain cleanliness, clean hands, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So they were the
cleanest people in the era.
They were very idyllic, and there was a lot of like lusty stories
About
dairymaids because they're
dairymaids.
clean, so you're like soiling them. That whole fantasy.
Huh. Okay. I see what we're going for here. We're going to hit that with a rock. Boom. It's going to fall down under that. All right. Get a little complexity going on here. But yeah, you don't. It's like the lusty dairymaid sort of thing. Where did we read that? What were we reading about?
That's in Victorian Farmhouse, which we've now seen
So
3
good.
times.
Yeah. So there's another, there's a little lovely BBC series where they talk about farming in the Victorian levels. Oh yeah, infinite dog poop. But yeah, they go through all the different farming techniques of the era and go through it that way.
Well, we got out.
Excellent bad joke down there.
Leave now, right?
If they don't find us again.
They're gonna find us again.
You have your sling. You can protect us.
Based on what I've seen so far with her, I don't think she can protect herself, let alone you.
Oh, she's doing a really good job. If I were a 5-year-old kid, I'd be like, this
Oh yeah,
woman
no,
is-
I mean, she legit seems like she's capable of all these things. Like, this is
freaking
giving me some
Spider-Gwen.
serious Assassin's Creed 2 vibes. Like, I want to be running on these rooftops as like jumping from place to place.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Wouldn't it be though?
That's a different game.
Yeah, this. I don't think she parkours. Definitely not hardcore parkour. Lady?
Oh no, quickly!
Oh, come on. That should have been allowed. She was alerting other people.
Right, you first.
Yeah. Apparently the game won't let me hit a snotty lady in the face, so that's not fair.
It's going to break.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. Oop.
Where are you
Let's go this way.
Don't leave
Jump.
me.
Alright, well, come on.
This side.
There you are.
Okay.
So you can climb up.
Well done. I'll get it to fall. Watch out.
We got this. Actually, it's a really nice auto-aim feature. Like, I'm not having to do a whole lot. It just sort of automatically...
Just wants you to find the answer
Yeah.
and move on.
Yeah, they're not trying to, like, make you really stop and
Oh,
consider this stuff. Man, that is a strong kid.
you are useful. And then you turned into a weird robot.
It's my
Came
fault.
up there.
You were
No.
right.
We need to go home.
Concentrating on playing there.
Can't. Not without Laurentius.
Laurentius is the guy who does healing.
It's okay, you go.
Alright, we got the kid. Looks like we're in a blacksmithing shop, and I don't even know what this is. No, that's not a thing. This is a random shop with random bits and bobs.
I don't know what kind of mic they use to get all these whispers, but we need that mic.
Yeah, right?
They sound really good.
That's what somebody was saying last night, is that apparently it's a real child actor. And I think you
Yeah.
can really tell that, too, that, you know, it makes a difference.
And you killed us.
I
I say yes because I think I'm Hugo.
Is there a way of, like,
Alicia, your sling makes too much noise. You're right.
you know, say... Yeah,
What were you supposed to do?
I don't know. Like if you get like captured, I really don't think there's a way of like getting these guys to stop. I'm like, I'm gonna back into a corner and hit him with a sling. Nope.
Mind when he died. We have to burn innocent people, chase kids. Meanwhile, the plague spreads through the village.
You think it's normal to have a girl and a kid running around here with the things the way they are?
Okay. So we're gonna do one of these numbers. Kind of distract him. Like, should you see something we're supposed to hit with that? Normally they give us something specifically to hit. Ah, there it is.
Yeah, pants.
It's always pans. Look for the pans.
And these people just hang pants from every which where.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that yesterday. Like, those things are way too valuable to be putting on scarecrows. They should at least be like broken pans. But I guess, you know, you don't want to waste all your resources. Oh, hey, look at the pot. What to do with the pot? You take the pot and you select the pot, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna throw a pot. Pot.
You don't know what to do with the pot.
No, apparently I don't. Oh, it's left button. All right, and I'm gonna throw the pot right there, and he's like, oh snap!
I know I did.
Look, it's a pot. Apparently, I've never heard pots break in my life before.
He got so close to that pot.
He did. He's like, what is this thing?
close.
Is it a pot? Oh, good lord, it broke. Oh,
Oh,
all right. It's all right. All right, we're in an open alleyway. We're gonna run.
I don't know.
So I have a question. What do you think Donald Trump's handling COVID-19 crisis? I think that is too remarkably political for someone of my feeble intellect. I will say that in general, the United States is having the same response that most other first world countries is right now, which is to isolate and quarantine, and that is the CDC's recommendation. There's not a lot else I feel you can do. Fortunately, a president may be a person, but it's kind of hard to compel 320-something million people to do something. Regardless, I know that I was reading something earlier today where all my friends are like, oh yeah, and then we're gonna go to the bar and stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's not gonna help anything. I don't know how to get out of this room. Oh, wait, hold, tiny hole. I don't think like a small person. That's the issue here. I've been a fat kid my entire life, so it's kind of hard to think about squeezing through windows. I've never met a window big enough for me to squeeze through.
Hurry! Quickly, Hugo, please! Hugo,
How's this? Regardless of what his actual response will be, it is unlikely we're going to get to the same level of problems as the current Black Death.
Yeah, this we're playing this to make everyone feel better. Is it working? Are you feeling better?
It's ironic.
No.
No, it's just funny because, you know, all this started happening. I suddenly started thinking about the Black Death again. Oh, God, that is a horrible pig. So I was thinking about it last night. One of the reasons we're seeing these animals dead like this is they're trying to also show that they are being affected by the Black Death as well. Oh, thank you, kind old lady.
Oh.
And I actually did look it up, and apparently dogs and cats
What are the odds
can
this lady's
catch
gonna
the
kill
bubonic
you?
plague.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they can actually die from it as well. So, you know, by seeing them early in
Wow.
the game like that.
The bubonic plague is awful.
Yeah, so it's actually not just one plague either. It's a bubonic plague, septicemic plague, and pneumonic plague. So the one that gives you the buboes, the swollen glands and stuff, was actually the least infectious one.
That's the one that's in Albert Camus' The Plague.
Yeah, that's the one that people think about when they think about the plague, is like the
Yeah.
really dark buboes and stuff like that.
Which is a really good book. I think maybe Taylor and Eric have read it. It's really, really good, and it's not very long. So I would recommend it if you're feeling
Incense and herbs.
Mother used to
like you
use
want to
it.
be on theme with your life.
Think she wants us to change?
That's better. What about you?
We have to go
Wow.
find Mommy and
Okay,
Monsieur.
yeah, no, she looks
Not
like a medieval
yet.
peasant, kind
She
of
told
now.
us to find Laurentius.
That's silly. We're going to get caught.
Hugo, we're going to do what she told us, and that's it.
Yeah, septicemic plague
Hugo,
was
wait.
one of the weirdest ones. So basically, your blood turns septic, and so your blood becomes the pathogen itself, which is crazy. But the one that killed the most people is pneumonic plague. So once the plague spreads and hits your lungs, you basically start coughing, and you become like an airborne plague dispenser.
How did she find the coolest cloak
I'm a monsieur.
in the country of
This is
France?
Hugo. Say thank you, Hugo.
Thank you.
Clovey, what is happening here?
Plague. That's a really nice headdress for a peasant
So
woman.
many people dead. And those still alive have... But where are your parents?
Oh, well, they're also
At
dead.
home. They're waiting for us.
Wow, okay, that was a really
We're
quick
looking
lie.
for a doctor. Laurentius.
A doctor?
Mnemonic? Oh, pneumonic, P-N-E-U. So pneumonic means it's the one that's inside the lungs, and so it's also the most deadly of them. So there's something like a 70% kill rate if you happen to get pneumonic plague. Whereas the regular plague, bubonic, you know, it may take a couple of days to become affected. I mean, you can cough on someone and they're dead 24 hours later with the pneumonic plague.
And then the bubonic plague is also very apparent.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't. It's not just a cough.
It's like a cough
that's
in huge
bad.
growths. It's like, yeah, you are not.
Yeah, nobody wants to come near you anyways,
Go to the
because you look like a mutant.
You'll find some new strips of leather there.
I really like the modeling on that old lady. You don't normally see really good old ladies in games. They're just like skinny people with old faces.
That's very kind of you.
But someone really wanted to make sure she looked like an old lady.
Yeah, Taylor said cloak leading to more Assassin's Creed vibes.
Yeah, definitely want to do that sneaky stabby route. It's a lovely workbench right there. I have that workbench in my garage right now. Amazing how little workbenches have changed. Alright, go in the backyard, take a piece of leather. Repair some stuff. Random piece of leather. Wow, that is not just a random piece of leather. I guess she is a leather worker. She's scraping the hides. You can see her scraper right there. There's a scraping log, and she carts them off. I guess she
Is
preps.
that a drying rack? That circle?
Yeah. So my guess is she's prepping the hides. She scrapes the fur off of them that would then go to the tanner. Although if that was her job, she'd need a boiling vat somewhere to help loosen the hair. I don't know. Maybe the hides have already been pre-boiled or something.
Right, let's get to work.
Okay, take the piece of leather from the backyard. Fix the sling on the workbench. I imagine the workbench that was terribly well lit in the previous scene.
Come on, keep
There's
calm and concentrate.
Okay, we can do just... Oh, we got a little basic upgrade system right here. It's very shades of Tomb Raider right now.
It's much better.
Here's the time it takes to load the sling. Thanks to special treatment, you can improve the sling's grip. You can have a larger pouch. You can have deeper pockets to carry more things, ammo. And running and dodging makes less noise.
I must go and thank Clovey.
Yep, go and thank her. That's very nice of you.
So?
It's a lot better.
You need to cough on someone. Interestingly, you can still catch the plague today. People don't realize that, but if you live in America, prairie dogs out in New Mexico and all have the plague, and that's why they tell you not to go try and pet prairie dogs, is because every year
There are so many reasons. The list of reasons to not pet a prairie dog is pretty lengthy.
A lot longer than just plague.
Yeah. I'm not even sure that's number one.
They bite. They're horrible. They're nasty. But yeah, every year somebody gets the plague out somewhere in the Midwest because they go and mess around with prairie dogs. Or typically what happens is a dog will attack a prairie dog and the fleas will come off on them.
You set me up that I have to ask you which plague now because you just went on a whole monologue about that, and now I need to know.
It's still Yersinia pestis. It's the same germ every time. It's just how does it manifest. But normally it's just bubonic, which thankfully we have.
I hate you.
Please stop.
Hugo, no!
Oh, I missed. I'm sorry. I made us miss plot there.
No, I mean, the kid's upset his parents died and he's lashing out. I mean, it's nothing that you haven't seen if you have a kid. You know, misplaced
Except
anger.
for, yeah, okay, misplaced anger, yes. Having to calm a kid down after his parents died.
Yeah, not
Haven't done
actually. Yeah, thankfully. Jeez.
Yeah, brought down the room.
God, this must be like Southwest France or something because of the architecture. It feels very mountainous and very rocky.
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier, was it the Alps or the Pyrenees?
Oh, it's definitely the Alps.
Oh, man, come on, kid. Don't keep running. You're like, nothing good's going to come of this. Those are really big chickens. Okay, lots of bodies. A lot of bodies. Whoa, that's... Yeah. Okay, we've definitely gotten in the plague area.
Whoa, yeah. That's interesting. Very different tone.
Yeah, you can see the smoke and the darkness. They want to let you know this is not a healthy place to be. Good
Different color
night.
choices.
Okay, we're trying to help him.
No! Monsters!
Okay, what is...
Leave him alone!
So that's where you were.
No! Wait!
Nice!
Oh!
Wow.
Hugo!
She was not okay with that.
Coming!
That's more Tomb Raider vibes. That's one of the things I appreciate about the Tomb Raider was that it built
reboot.
up.
Yeah. You don't start off as a
reboot.
mass-killing psychopath. You got to start off somewhere.
No, I think you kill a deer first or something. Some kind of...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a guy with a gun. Oh, okay, I don't think I can hit him in the head.
Don't hurt him! He's just a child!
Yeah, you can't hit him. He's got a helmet on.
Listen, when my son came back from the church, he was crying. That's when I saw the wound on his leg. The bite.
Let go of me.
I bet it. You're not gonna put me in the... I'm
Okay.
gonna start with you. Why'd
Okay.
you have to come here?
Please!
Why?
Don't make me!
Okay, okay. X to dodge. That's a legitimate thing to do. Okay, so... Oh, he's guarded on the back. Okay, that was not his back. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Okay.
Go around.
God, why am I so bad at
Wow.
that? I don't know. Just, wow, that was really
Like
bad.
they gave you more.
They gave me more rocks. Okay. All right, I got this.
Do you know you have a piece of armor on?
On her, like, shoulder thing? Yeah. Oh my god. What am I doing wrong here? Like, should I, like, okay, hold on. Dodge.
Is that how you think you can defeat me?
I guess not.
I can't imagine how this would ever work.
Okay, the kid's hiding here. This is here. This guy's actually, like, I really do not...
You're going to have to
Okay, I'm gonna have to spin it up more, I think.
One hit's all it
Alright,
takes.
there's something else I'm supposed to be doing here, clearly. Okay. Okay, let it spin up, and then... Oh, okay, those things. Okay,
Oh, you're disarming him.
yep. Okay, there is a larger problem here, though, which is I'm out of rocks.
Can you pick them up off the ground? Do you leave?
I don't know. I don't see any more rocks. Oh, here's another rock bag. Okay, thank goodness. I was like, this game is being really stingy with its rocks for a place that is literally surrounded in rocks.
Yeah, just pick up a piece of the church and just lob it at him at this point.
Right. Okay. All right. We got the one in the front now. We got this. Boom. What are you going to do now, huh? That's right. Nothing. You know what? There's not a version of reality there where this guy's not terrifying. Golly bum. That is a huge mace. I like how we've got an audience because medieval people had nothing else to do besides watch a man attack small girls. Alright, pal. Guess what? You're getting one in the head. Oh, no. I'm out of rocks again. Okay, get a rock. Get a rock. I don't want to die.
Yeah, this would be an ugly way to die. Please don't die this way.
Yeah, okay. They're gonna like show it like you. That's right, right in the temple. I'm really worried. You know what?
Oh, that was good.
Golly.
Ooh.
Cool. Ha.
Amicia. You killed him.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you can just lie to the kid, say he's taking a nap, and just walk away. I mean, it's not like you're gonna
Oh
come
no,
back and check
he
him.
wants you to kill him. I mean, come on, that was his worst nightmare.
Yep, there's more people coming to be over here and be.
Oh, don't go in the
Innocence.
church. We're gonna regret this.
Yeah, I think the church is full of rats. All right, now we're on chapter 3, Retribution.
Yellow means
That was actually on-
targeting something.
Yeah, so when it turned onto the plates right there, the plates turned yellow, which means it was like the pans. It just took me a minute to figure it out because I'm
Amicia.
just not really
You're fine.
figuring this out as I have to go.
I'm coming.
Like the low-lying fog of foreboding doom. Oh man, more gorgeous architecture. That roof would burn so quickly, just so quickly.
And it did.
And it did.
Probably
oh
20,
man, medieval
30
stained
times.
glass.
In a Romanesque style church.
It's funny because these little tiny windows, when you think about the giant windows in like modern churches like that are left over from the Middle Ages, those are much later Gothic windows. At the time, though, it was really hard to make these giant openings in the walls because churches would fall down.
Why are there candles?
The candles are to show that you're thinking of someone.
Oh, can I light one?
If you want to. Don't burn yourself.
Thank you.
Votive candles, is that the word for that? Votive?
Eric.
For Mommy.
I know there's a Catholic watching right now. What's the word for this Catholic guy? I'm getting better. Bring out your dead. I get the impression this game is going to get a little Monty Python-esque when it gets to the number of bodies they're about to pile up here in a minute.
It's funny. The sound here.
There's an echo.
Hello!
Oh, look at those
There might be people
frescoes.
here.
But Byzantine-style art.
lovely.
So that little hoop behind their head right there is early halo. People don't think about that, but the eyes would also have had gold flaking right there to show the illumination beaming out from them. You know,
That is lovely.
yeah, it's interesting because beardless Christ was one of the earlier figures. Christ, when they depicted him later, only got a beard in like the 4th, 5th century. Where is it that has the really great art like this still? Is it Vienna, you said?
No, Ravenna.
Ravenna has a lot of churches that looks very similar to this because it was during the rise of the Venice, you know, right?
Well, it was during sort of the 900s, so that era. It's in Italy. It was a capital for a very short period of time. Then it was vacated, so it's kind of a time capsule.
Pillars of Earth, yeah. So I actually read the entirety of Pillars of the Earth on a bench in Gatwick Airport over 48 hours because I couldn't get home, so I was stuck on a bench. But they made a game version of it as well. I keep meaning to pick it up.
When did this happen to you?
I don't know, I have a weird life. Yeah, and that's where the term Illuminati comes from because they're illuminated. They're full of knowledge. It's exactly where that term comes from. I think we have alcohol. She does not look old enough to drink it, so let's go out on a limb right here and say...
No, we old enough to drink. Everybody in this world is old enough to drink it.
You know what? Excellent counterpoint. This is France.
Oh,
We're gonna-
No, it's a survival mechanism. Jeez.
Praying.
All right, so I'm going to go on a limb and say I'm going to hit it with
We'll do it
alcohol.
together.
Nope, okay, all right, okay. Is there a way to, like, make a bomb of some kind? I'm feeling a bomb of some kind is what needs to be. All right. But typically in games like this, you look where the light falls, because the light tells you where to go next. And they love to signpost things in games. It's a weird video game design trick. They're like, look where the light is, because they know players will naturally wander towards the light. I just assume it's that door. See anything else? Anybody see anything?
What's that?
Sulfur. I mean, it's sulfur,
Okay.
alcohol, and like a candle. Like, we're supposed to be making a bomb. There's no other version of this in reality.
Illuminated manuscripts lying about.
Really? It's funny. How would you say the book... Oh, well, there you go. How would you say the book compares to the game? I mean, it's a really interesting, you know, the War of Stephen and Matilda is one of those things that most people don't even know about. So it was really interesting to see that and come up in a book, especially from a
What are you doing here?
Father, we
looking
need help.
for you, I guess.
It's dangerous. You have no business being
Oh,
here.
oh, something shining behind that
Please,
guy.
it's
Do we need those things?
We should go
I
and talk
don't
to
know.
him.
Can you scramble over to him yet? Oh wow, he's burying a lot of bodies. On holy ground? Would they bury monks in the middle of the cloister like this? I thought that was always either outside. They would never bury them in the garden area.
Well, I don't. I mean, we passed a lot of bodies. A lot.
Yeah, I feel like we're definitely getting into like other issues at that point. Like,
They've broken everything.
Yeah, I
What's going on
don't
here?
think this is a
Perhaps
church
they're
anymore.
building
You know what I
bigger
mean?
beds?
I don't
Yeah.
think that's it.
the lived-in nature of this world is just so gorgeous. The whitewashing on the walls is peeling off, but not in a way that doesn't feel like neglect. It's just like use. Golly, the art designer in this really outdid themselves. I mean, you feel the world. I mean, the armor design is terrible, but I mean, you can't have everything, I suppose. I mean, there's just so many really great little details going on that makes it feel like the right world. You know what I mean? And getting the emotion is so hard to convey.
So
Medicinal
we've
herbs.
both been at home for the week. We're not allowed to go to our places of work for the entire week. It's a long, long week. And I'm a librarian, so I checked out, I think, 50 books because that's what you do on Instinct.
There's a table full of books.
I don't know what's wrong with me. And there were these books about
You smacked the mic. Careful
Oh,
with the
sorry.
mic. No, it's cool.
there were all these books about medieval armor. Well, there weren't a whole bunch of them. There were some.
Yeah.
And I intentionally looked at them and didn't bring them home because I didn't want to hear about how wrong they are
They're carnations.
for the next 2
I have them
weeks.
in my herbarium,
Yeah.
but those ones are prettier.
It's really unpleasant to go with us on vacation
Wait,
sometimes.
come here.
What?
Those are really pretty.
It will protect you. And it's pretty too.
Oh,
Oh. All right.
Now we can go.
Thank you, Hugo.
Aw, it's a really sweet kid. I think they're gonna kill him shortly too.
The mother mentioned that they didn't have interactions before this.
Yeah.
What's with that?
Well, I mean, if he's a sick kid all the time, you don't want to like. I mean, I get that, you know. Beatrice, would you like to join us on stream? That's a no. She wants to growl at a cat. It's like, you know, the thing is, they're not reusing textures either. This is in a completely different world every single time. You know, even the layouts of monasteries and stuff like that is roughly correct. It's like, you know, the fact that there's leaves and stuff on the ground and little bric-a-brac everywhere. I mean, I'd say this may be a little more run down than I would expect, but at the same time,
Father,
you know, not without.
You again. I told you to
just a
leave.
moment. Just a...
You have no idea. Leave while you still can.
Please. Someone has to help us. Do it for him at least.
Take the axe. Yeah, sadly, no. They don't seem to be wanting to arm you in this game, although the axe would have been darn useful.
The Robert de Rune, coat of
We
arms.
are his children. We are looking for Laurentius, the doctor.
I'm really curious
Do you
about
know
that coat of
him?
arms.
Yes,
It's like
yes,
an
I
oak
know
tree,
him.
which is actually a pagan symbol.
he
It's
used
just
to
around like
look after your
Yggdrasil, the
family.
world tree.
He spoke of you. I am Father Thomas. Your presence here is not a good sign.
The Inquisition. They came and they...
I can imagine. But what is happening here is far worse. You must leave immediately, or you will die.
Father, the villagers wanted to kill us.
Yeah, which was really random.
Oh, Laurentius, Laurentius. No, I cannot leave the church, but an exit.
Yeah, I mean, if you get enough distance and enough
Through the
rocks, you
crypt
can
of the
definitely
Three
put
Saints.
something down.
It may not be too late. I shall try to put you on the path to Laurentius's farm, but after
Like carrying
that,
axes is illegal?
May God watch over you.
Spoiled as an American on that one. So we're gonna try and get the Crypt of the Three Saints.
Come.
Yeah, so when the plague first started hitting the different villages, everybody did have these crazy responses, thinking that, you know, there's a way they're being punished, or there's a way that maybe they could fight it back off, or you look for the evil person who brought a curse on you. And I mean, in from their logic standpoint, it made perfect sense. You know, you try and make it go away. But obviously, as it started going from place to place, and the plague progressed, it became apparent that there's no, like, you know, burning the witches enough to make that stop.
First in families, then to everyone. Fever, boils. People started dying. And when we finally found out where it came from, it was already too late.
And
So this particular painting is
It's from later.
it's the Danse Macabre. It actually does not appear until the mid 1400s, so
Yeah.
this is about 100 years out of date. But the idea is that it's the different people of the world dancing with death, and that none of them are immune to death at the end of the day. But it actually first appears in the cemetery in the middle of Paris. I mean, it's still France at least, but what's the name of that
it's
place?
nice, yeah.
It's the I can't remember the name. It's still
I don't
there.
either.
Oh, it's illegal by order of the game. Yeah. Yeah, and magical rat armies would probably freak people out the rest of the way, I agree.
Stay here.
We just got handed a torch. That man's about to die by rats. Yeah.
Brother Morel.
Oh, he's gonna die. Oh, I can feel it coming. Oh, yeah. Oh, like they can even get that low angle already. You're about to see that rat skimper, like, oof. I can feel myself, like, getting tense.
Don't look
what's
here.
the matter? Father?
Hear that noise in the background there, that little high tension noise. Man, when they visualize the Black Death, they really visualize the Black Death, don't they? Whoa!
Oh,
That is a lot of rats. Buddy, you cannot shuffle fast enough. No, no. Oh, that is horrifying. Okay.
this is gonna tick all your zombie boxes, isn't it?
It really is.
Cody has serious issues with zombies.
Yeah, like, cannot play zombie games. I just get freaky and twitchy the whole time. I can't watch The Walking Dead. I don't even enjoy it. Actually, it's okay now. It subsided. I will say that watching people get consumed by hordes of... Oh, okay. Oof, okay, maybe not.
They're coming out of the ceiling.
Yeah, okay. Whew. Oh, man, that is legitimately somewhat nauseating. Okay, I got this. As long as they don't have me up in a high place. Wow. Oh, wow. They ate him from the legs going upwards. It's just like a dead board, I guess, about halfway through. I don't even...
Yeah,
We're going to have to climb up.
Yeah, I know, right? So this is where, if you're ever wondering where the Skaven were originally...
There's a torch holder. We'll still have light.
Okay, torch holder, got it. If you're ever wondering where the Skaven came from as an influence, it's basically the latent memory of the Black Death.
What did you just do?
I walked over to the side, okay? I didn't know. Okay, look, we need to get over to that other sconce very quickly. Don't make me leave the torch. Okay, run.
Oh.
Stand where there
Okay,
is so
alright.
much fire.
Okay,
We need
press it
more
there.
fire.
Boom, we got some fire now. I hope this stick doesn't burn down. If this stick burns down, I'm gonna...
Paul wants to know what the name of that ninja Skaven dude is.
His name is,
We'll protect us.
oh god.
This is trivia time. You're gonna need to answer all the trivia.
Snitches get, skitches? No, snitches
No.
get... Snitch. His name was Snitch. Because it was always snitches get stitches. Or no, snitches get snickches is the joke. Yeah, so he, so a ninja rat assassin guy named Snitch. Okay, there's sulfur.
It's the
Okay.
exit the father spoke of.
Oh, it would be worse if they were
Find
snakes.
another way.
It would be so worse. I'd be freaking out like a crazy person this whole time. But there's definitely some Indiana Jones vibes right here. Of like, you know... Okay. So...
No, there's so what?
Well, like, you know,
Those
when
snakes?
he falls down in that pit of snakes, and also in The Last Crusade, there's a whole bunch of them.
I think this is ticking something very human. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, stay near the light.
Right, you got.
I need to get over there. And we can't parkour.
Need some water. Or
I don't
something?
know. You don't want to. You're not playing, and I'm like freaking out, spinning in a circle.
I know. Just watching.
Okay, hold on. Okay, we can go over things. There we go. There's logic I can use in these situations. You know, I've always heard that when human beings get in like these high tension situations, that apparently their IQ drops by about half, which is why you always hear that a lot of humans make these really dumb mistakes in situations like this.
Oh,
Because,
and you're like, I would never do that, and then you never been faced with that situation.
but basically, when
a horde of rats has never tried to eat you. What do you think you can do?
you know, but when you get in there and that tension hits so high, you know, you start making really dumb choices. And you know, some people didn't have a lot of IQ left to begin with, you know.
Yeah.
So, especially your average criminal.
Come on.
But okay, all right. Golly, this makes you just feel like icky, like it's gonna crawl all over you. God. All right, can we go through this door? Look, rats are gonna. Okay, yeah, of course not.
Again, the design is just standing.
Yeah,
Come on.
like they're like
get up
pools
there.
of murky darkness that always threatening to eat your.
Yeah, I want to hang out with these people.
It's like nails on chalkboard as a sound. Just that little scritchy scratchy. Nothing for the monk's juicy thighs. Hey man. It's a super undetectable stealth assassin ninja. It's one of the first films I ever made, and no copy survives of it. It ends with Paul stabbing everyone repeatedly to the point that he actually blinded someone on set because we had blood that was made from a soap base, and if it gets in your eyes, it starts to sting
No,
badly.
use the chocolate.
Well, I mean, I
use
didn't
the
have any
chocolate
chocolate at
Cairo.
the house. I had soap. And
Chocolate Cairo is the best. Is the best blood.
It is also tasty. Okay. Okay, there's this, and there's a thing, and I'm gonna do that. And
You just put a little bit. Why am I telling you this? You just put a little bit of soap in it so that it comes out of your clothing. That's the only reason you put any soap in it at
I'll
all.
go first.
Actually makes sense because you've done a lot with stage blood, so that's
did.
definitely something that you would have to do. You're also the costumer, so I assume you had to get the stage blood back out again afterwards.
Indeed. Every night. So.
Too much noise. Too much noise.
Hugo, calm down.
What's half of 78 IQ? Not enough to do anything worthwhile. The most hard part.
Did you? It was Daniel. It was Daniel.
It was Daniel. Yeah, he was screaming about it burning his eyes. I kept filming.
Smells up here. Maybe some-
you soldiered on through. What a trooper this one.
I pushed on through. It wasn't, it was hard for me, but I kept at it. Like that time that I filmed and I stepped on a giant swarm of yellow jackets of a swarm and
It
stung
swarmed
repeatedly.
everyone else, and you
Yeah.
just soldiered on through.
But you know, they didn't sting me though, so it's
Nope.
okay. You know, some of you may die, and it's a risk I'm willing to take. Comes up more than you think it would, honestly, especially with high school students. Everything they make wants to end with them murdering someone.
We're reading Fake Blood Experts, in case you're wondering.
Okay, we got a workbench right here. Can I workbench anything? Oh, we can make a pocket, and we can hold up more materials. That sounds super useful.
Making a pocket
This should make things a little easier.
with
Oh
sandwiches.
no, she
in
actually just
it.
added a tiny little pocket to her belt. And it's funny because you don't think about it, but in the medieval times, people didn't really have pockets. It wasn't really a thing on pants yet. They would carry these little like Sporan-esque pouches everywhere. So, you know, that's why you always hear like someone call it cut purse, because they would go up and literally cut the strings of the purse, you
Put
know.
a taco in
See
there.
any torches? How can we?
I'm gonna go on a limb and say, actually, when did tacos become a thing?
Oh, I'm not gonna guess on that. I'm
Like,
not.
But I mean, like tortillas and stuff. I mean, it makes sense that they wouldn't be. I don't know.
She's not putting a taco. Oh,
Okay.
well that's fun.
Okay. Give the meat to eat. All right. Got it. Oh,
Okay.
oh, it's nauseating. Is something I can collect right there? There is. Okay. Now I'm nauseated again. Go back to being nauseated.
It's like those monkeys that we were watching the other day that are no longer able to eat in India.
yeah. So because
Oh,
of
yeah.
coronavirus, like a lot of holy sites in India are closed. No, it was Bangladesh. And so the monkeys that were already overpopulated because they've been being fed by all these tourists are now starving. And so someone dropped a taco in the street, and you see this mob
was a banana.
of like 1,000 monkeys like run to try and get it, and they start like piling on top of each other and fighting each other and biting and clawing to get the the taco.
It was terrifying because you feel like you're just one bad day away from being those monkeys.
One bad day away from the monkeys doing that to you as well. So that is very much what this game reminds me of. There's a lot of like legs of meat hanging around here. This is a very well-to-do monastery.
I'll lift this up. Can you get the torch?
Yes.
creature from the forest. Yeah, I can only assume that it's going to be a giant underground rat swarm.
So it's kind of like, this is a little bit like God of War as far as you have a companion.
Yeah, but they're not a
Use your right
useless
hand.
companion.
No, they're doing things for you.
Actually reminded me of Two Brothers. You haven't played Brothers,
Find a
but
way, don't worry.
it's
As long
like
as you
very
have the
similar to
torch,
that.
you'll be
Okay,
safe.
okay.
But what about you?
We'll move together. That way, the light coming through the grating will protect me too.
I do not like this plan at all.
Here we go then. Slowly.
Maybe it was Thailand. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those.
Oh wait, is he supposed to be walking with you?
Yep, he is. He's keeping him away. Keeping him away. Kid, keep him away a bit more. So good.
Oh, that's nice. It's building trust.
It is. It's building trust.
Yes.
They really know how to use that.
Okay. Yep. All right. Are we gonna climb through there?
How can I get through?
The hole behind you.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
the only way I can see.
Okay.
Go through there and I'll meet you on the other side.
Are you
All right.
sure?
Gonna put it in the
Just stop if
sconce.
you see rats. I'll be with you very quickly.
Alright, but please hurry.
Something about being eaten by a swarm of rats. I really, really do not want to see this.
I feel like being on rails gives you the opportunity to build these moments with your companion.
Yeah.
Hugo, talk to me.
Hey, kid, where are you?
Come on, come on.
Okay. All right. Where's the kid? Can't see the kid. I don't know. Okay. Okay, that's what it is. I was like, gotta be a way of getting to him right there. Yeah, I know, right? Kid's gonna die. He doesn't have his timer up though, so I assume he's okay. Oh, their eyes reflect. Oh, that is so weird. Get that eye shine. Human beings do not have eye shine, but hey, it's a lavatory. It's the monk's
Oh, we're
lavatory.
gonna hang out here for a bit.
We are,
Oh,
so
good.
yeah. Well, I mean, normally there'd be some sort.
Oh.
Oh shit!
That was
Oh,
a terrible
damn it!
You deserved that so much.
Oh. So what I was gonna say is normally there would be a trench or something dug under that, and it would kind of sluice its way out, or there'd be some sort of like underlying structure. I deserved every last moment of that. Okay, let's light this brazier.
Hugo, are
Rat
you
swarms
alright?
at night. Yep, everything about that sounds just like the worst.
Why are they only eating half of these people? You see, turn to the guy behind you. Well, don't turn around. Don't stop whatever you're doing.
Going to get you down.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like a lack of commitment on their part. I mean, you know.
He's fine.
Like I do.
Okay, so how do I switch over to? Can I? I've got to let this thing burn down, I guess, and then I'll wait for it to kind of disappear, and then I'll throw a couple rocks. Or do I have to go ahead and get some rocks first, maybe? I don't know. I got some rocks already. Fine. Get some bread. Ow. She's getting really good with the sling, though. Like, she's whipping that sucker. She whips her hair back and forth. Do either of you two know how the churches reacted to the plague? Did monasteries work on healing people? Well, when you think of the word hospitals, hospitals were actually run by churches at the time. You know, they were the
Be able to keep them back long
people
enough.
would come in, and that would be where the first places, ironically, they would stop. And so churches were one of the most heavily hit initially anyway, because they were also the nurses and the doctors.
Perfect. Thank you.
I really think that depends on the time, and because the plague reoccurs and reoccurs
Yeah, I
over
mean,
hundreds of years. So
It's from 1346 all the way to 1600s is the
and all
last
across
major
the world
plague.
too. So
But in general, I mean, initially anyway, I mean, like anyone else, I think we give people a hard time in thinking, oh, everyone's very
hundreds of years, that's thousands
For
of years. I mean, there
themselves.
was Roman plagues, there were Greek
yeah,
plagues.
the plague of Justinian. They think that may also have been the bubonic plague, just resurging. Hey, man alive, this is really tense. It is hard to think about fun historical facts while you're also trying not to be eaten by rats. Just saying. Okay.
Sorry. I shouldn't have left you
Yeah, they're
alone.
in their legs. They're leg rats.
That's alright.
Taylor's giving you a hard time for dying in the lavatory.
Well, you know, I deserve every bit of that hard time. I mean, I was really interested in the rats. Dude, like, but you'll see, like, even the people that are just hanging out in their cells, they're obviously having died here from plague. But, I mean, once it got into a community, there's... I mean, you see the initial reaction by town folks, which is actually to draw white crosses on the doors. You know, initially it was very much help people, move them, do what you can. But as the plague progressed, people figured out there's basically nothing you could do. There's no medicine to solve it at the time. and they just stuck to quarantine. So churches kind of had to self-quarantine as well.
I like
Go ahead.
Mr. Collins' comment. That
What do you say?
says, rats do have reflective eyes, which is why they should be slaughtered by the thousands.
Also, cats do eye shine, and dogs do to a certain degree as well. And apparently, the level of it is what dictates the.
I don't think Mr. Collins is differentiating.
Differentiating between them. Probably not. Okay. Doing something a little off right here. Wrong. Okay. Climbed up here. I'm looking for something. And
Remember when you bought me that House Hunter game? Not House Hunter, House Renovation game?
yeah, House Flipper.
House Flipper, yeah. And they gave me an option really early on
Oh yeah.
that there could either be roaches in these houses or there could be glass in these houses. So it's the exact same places that I would have to clean, and I would have to use a vacuum cleaner to clean either. But they let me choose whether it would be glass or roaches. But every time I clean the glass, I think these are actually just roaches.
Yeah, it definitely kind of hits some sort of underlying problem. Okay, what did I just go up there for? Like, it sounds dumb to say that. I kind of just lost. Alright. Collected all the stuff up here. Not sure what else to do with it. Let's go back down and just kind of walk. I'm kind of lost here. I apologize. So, we made it all the way to the end. Light myself another. There's a soul behind those eyes. I don't doubt. I mean, rats are definitely not something that I just hunt or any kind of thing like that. They kind of give me the willies, but I'm not gonna do anything else. I mean, they're a valuable part of an ecosystem like everything. Those are, oh, that is disgusting. I don't even know what that is. I assume that's what they're gonna say a rat's warren looks like, which is completely not true. Rats are surprisingly clean. Okay, I don't know where to go. I think I've done something wrong. Anyone ever played this one?
Climb up.
All right.
Right, so we're climbing up and climbing down because I don't know where to go next. Hate it when that happens. Tell him to stay here, but there's no real. Because gotta like press A or something. Nope. Nobody's got anything. Looking for any kind of stuff I can hit with a sling. Right. Well, you know, you hate to stop at a place like this. I'm not really sure what else to do right now unless someone else has got a plan. Let the ants break down things, disgusting flies and rats. Nothing to do with what we're currently doing. Gotcha. Alright, let's make the kid just stay here for a second. Maybe I can... I legitimately don't know what to do. Hate to say, hey, let's look at a guide, but I'm not getting a signpost of any kind of thing. So you assume...
I feel like Chad is having an entirely separate conversation about ways of killing rats.
Well, they're talking about whether or not rats have a spirit right now. It's a different kind of conversation.
I don't think so. I think they're just talking about killing them.
About killing rats? I suppose it really depends on where you encounter rats. Like, if you have a legitimate rat problem in your home, they can be extremely dangerous, verminous, and carry a lot of disease. But as a general concept, no. I mean, you don't just hunt down and kill rats. I mean, it's sort of like deer, you know. They're not really a problem unless they're eating your crops, you know. But even then, there might be other ways of dealing with it. I don't know. Look. Oh, hey, look. There's a hole right here. I think the kid has to crawl through the hole. Let's try that.
You
Hey,
can come
kid.
down.
Can you crawl through this hole?
Oh.
Can you crawl through the hole?
What are you doing?
Doing a little crawl down the hole dance. It's there was something shiny at the opposite end of the room. Okay.
About face.
About face. Shiny. That's the table. Nope. Yeah, well, that's where the torches are we've been using up until now. God, I feel like a moron. Take a torch to the warren. Okay. All right, let's try that.
Of course.
Oh, Taylor, is that what you're trying to tell us to do? Clear.
Right, so pick this up, take a torch, light the torch, walk towards the warren. Very slowly walk towards the... Can I burn the warren? Okay, so I'm like waving it, touching it with the torch.
Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's not what rat warrens look like. Rats are very clean creatures, actually, in their own habitats.
Oh,
so,
I missed that. What was I doing?
maybe we got this window? Man alive. Bottom floor. Push the kid through the whole bottom floor. The fleas are control. Okay.
This is how you should play all puzzle games, because then you won't yell at everything and throw the controller and get real mad. It will just help you through it. The jittering is, Mr. Collins, that's freaky. That's really freaky.
Oh, that's like a weird swarming pile of rats. Oh, they're like.
Yeah, that's thinking about House Flipper, because apparently just having roaches in the game was so unsatisfactory for players. They had to change it to glass.
Oh, okay. No, this whole time I could have just gone back through that door right there. I don't know why. I just assumed there was like something else back over there. I guess the whole reason that you go up there is to get extra like stuff, like because you need crafting resources. That's sort of a letdown. I thought it was some sort of crazy puzzle. No, I'm just dumb. That sounds right.
You're not dumb.
I mean, it's a game meant for like kids. This game is not meant for kids. I don't know why I said that.
Please don't show this to your children.
The crypt.
The fleas are controlling the rats, like playing to control
We can get out of
SpongeBob.
here now.
Yes, far, far away.
Oh, like that, those zombie ants?
Oh, the zombie ants
the
are so
fungus
weird. Yeah.
Bursts out of their head.
Makes them climb up to like a super high spot. There's a whole game based on that called Last of Us, by the way. It's like a zombie game, except with the plankton spores. I still have not played Last of Us, and I do realize that makes me a terrible person. It's just sort of on my list of. That's a really nice looking barricade right there. And if there's one thing the French know how to make, it's barricades.
I know, right?
I mean, the French can make a barricade. They're very good at that sort of thing.
Right.
It wants to collect the child. Yeah, I'd believe that. Look me in the eye and tell me those rats deserve to exist. Well, I mean, not these rats. I mean, these rats obviously are an abomination against nature. I mean, look at that. I am not sure what this is, but it is definitely not a good thing. Okay. Leave the monastery. We got this. Move quickly.
Oh, no. Oh, this is even getting to me. I have nightmares.
Oh, there's skeletons on the left. There's like rats and there's like stuff crawling off the ceiling. Oh, that is goop. That is goop dripping.
When you said, Rachel, let's play a plague game. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. I should have really thought that through all the way.
Okay.
We're in their nest.
So, is they going to be even more angry?
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, anywho, rats are normally very clean individuals. They have lovely burrows, things like that. This is not what a rat swarm looks like, but there is one exception, which is called a rat king. You ever heard of rat kings?
Oh, yeah.
So basically, back in the Middle Ages, they were professional rat catchers, and occasionally they would come across something called a rat king, which is when there would be a number of rats who were bound together by their tail. Like they either were born in the burrow that way, or the rat catchers did it themselves, depending on who you ask. And they were kind of like 8 rats stuck together, which is like really disgusting to think about. Yeah. Terry Pratchett wrote a very interesting little book that features rat catchers in. Okay, run from the rats, run from the rats, no conversation, run from rats.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it. We're not going to be clear of these guys, so this is going to keep coming up. You ever like seen something in a game, you're like, you're not done with that, like that's going to keep happening.
I want to see Mommy.
So the reason we're seeing all these rats here is that obviously they were the original carriers of the bubonic plague, because the fleas that were on them also carried the plague, and so this is a visual representation of something that's kind of hard to see. Although I think that swarms of fleas might have also been interesting to think about, like giant like waves of them coming at you. If anything, that would have been right.
No, I think you still need the rats, though, but that might be a nice sort
the
of...
chittering noise is really unsettling.
Yeah. Just do a full-on plagues, like different kinds of plagues.
All right, well, that is the end of Chapter 3 right there, Retribution, and I think that is as good a place as any to stop streaming for the night. So, thank you for everyone tuning in right now. We have 25 people that I guess had nothing else to do on a Monday night, like about half the world right now, all looking for something to do, and I'm glad you spent it with us. So we'll kind of keep playing this and thinking about it as we move forward. So have a good night out there, and thanks for watching. You want to say any kind of fun sign off?
No, that's good.
Okay, well, great. Okay, well, excellently done. All right. Have a good night, everybody.